Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our $1 Million Family Live Awards ceremony. I hope you all enjoy the wonderful meal tonight, and obviously once we've finished our meal, we'll proceed with the awards ceremony. So take your time, relax, enjoy the wonderful food and the company of each other, and we'll be on with the awards ceremony very soon. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to the first annual Invest Diva Awards. Tonight, we're going to start off the night with Natalie, one of our accelerators, is going to tell us her wonderful story.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. For all the women, I have pockets in my dress. Just saying. This is equality in sex. Anyways, I wanted to start by asking all of you guys a question. How would you feel if suddenly you wake up and you cannot read or write or add 2 plus 2? That's how my journey started 7 years ago. And I think it was 7, or maybe it was 6, or maybe it was 5. I think it was 7. I was skiing with some friends in Canada. I love to ski just like Kiana, except I am clearly not as, sexy as she is when she's skiing. And I fell. And when I fell, nothing really happened with the fall, but I just in case went to check with the doctor because the fall was actually quite hard. And they said nothing happened with the fall, but you do have to go and see a neurosurgeon just in case. I don't know. That didn't really mean anything to me. I went, I got an appointment with a neurosurgeon. And then when I got there, he said, you have an intraventricular meningioma. Which, does anybody know what that means? Yeah, me neither, right? So that meant nothing to me, neither did to my husband, who was with me at that appointment, actually. But long story short, he basically said, you do need a brain surgery as soon as you can, but do not worry, it's only a 2-hour surgery, and there's literally like no side effects other than a 2% chance of losing your peripheral eyesight. And come on, what's a 2% chance? It's nothing. So I was really not worried whatsoever. And he said, the only leave you need to take is 3 weeks. And I thought, oh my God, 3 weeks to watch Netflix? I mean, I was a big workaholic before that. For the ones that I didn't have an opportunity to speak throughout the day, I used to be a big, huge multinational person. I've lived in many, many countries around the world. I speak 3 languages. I had an amazing 6-figure salary, high role position in marketing. And the fact that I had 3 weeks of vacation was paradise for me. So I literally celebrated. I went and I drank champagne with my husband, and I didn't even Google to understand what I had. I went into surgery, and after literally those 2 hours that the surgeon said, I woke up and I couldn't read and I couldn't add and I couldn't even write my name. And I found this hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, my husband was in shock and my family was in shock, but I found it so funny because here I was, a person with an MBA, with an amazing salary, with 3 languages, and I could not even write my name. So they asked me to walk the corridors of the hospital, and they asked me, so what number do you see there? I'm like, 8. And then they take me to the next door, and they're like, what number do you see there? I'm like, 8. And I saw everything as an 8. Do not ask me why. I have no idea why, but I saw everything as an 8. And they asked me to write my name, and they give me a pen and a paper, and I draw a circle. But I know that my name is Natalie, and I'm writing Natalie, but actually I'm drawing a circle. And that's how my stay started in the hospital. But honestly, I was having a blast because something beautiful happened to my brain as well, which is I became a 2-year-old. And now that I have a 5-year-old, but she was 2 at some point. Now I understand the beauty and the innocence and the happiness that children feel, because in my brain, I was like a 2-year-old. So people would come and visit me and they would try to have a conversation with me, but I was so basic. I was literally a 2-year-old in my brain. I couldn't even have a conversation. So people would come in and they would be like, hi, or hola, and I would color. And I would color for hours like a 2-year-old, and I would love it. And those Netflix series that I really wanted to watch, I couldn't understand. I couldn't even understand Animal Planet. So I couldn't see any TV, obviously. And my brain was so basic that I lost all my memory, not as in my past memory, but like my current short-term memory. And I couldn't understand the TV show. And all my friends would like send me messages to see how I was. And I'm like, can you not understand that I cannot read and write? So I would have to like reply with a voice message because I could not read or write. And that took me years to recover and to learn how to do all those basic things again. Things like reading a clock. You know, I couldn't take a pill because I didn't know what 3 p.m. meant. So I couldn't take a pill at 3 p.m. because I didn't know how to read 3 p.m. And it was beautiful. And it was happy. And it was so joyful. And when I would start walking with my husband, I was living here in Miami, in Coral Gables at that time. I would walk the streets with him. Because remember the 2% chance of losing my peripheral eyesight? Well, obviously, you know Murphy's Law. I nailed it. So I did lose that, and I'm still and will be forever partially blind. So just to explain to you guys how I see or what I don't see is I basically, if I stand here and I look straight, I don't see any of you guys here. I don't know who's sitting there. I don't even know who Kiana is. Is Kiana here? Oh, there she is. Okay. So now you obviously have seen me and I can walk and I don't fall, but it took me years of learning how to walk. I would fall down a step. I would crash a door. I would break glasses. I mean, it was a disaster. Or I couldn't even be left with a knife. I would just cut my, it took me years of mastering all this. But I did, sort of. Anyways, so it was a beautiful time because I would be walking, for example, with my husband in Coral Gables. And again, going back to that 2-year-old, I would suddenly hear a bird, right? A bird. I was 35 years old at that time. I was like, birdie, pew, pew, pew. And I'm like, birdie. I was so beautiful to just enjoy life like a 2-year-old. But little by little, unfortunately, in my recovery process, my brain started to become, again, little by little, the brain of a 35-year-old. And so 3 months after my surgery, I obviously lost my job. And that's where reality really started to kick in. On top of that, I actually was my husband's boss. So we lost with that 60% of our household income. And with that came difficult decisions, Do we sell the house? Do we rent an apartment and maybe rent the house to get an income? And that's when we actually sadly left Miami. We didn't want to leave. I left with tears. I left heartbroken. And I could not understand how I lost my job because I had a fucking brain tumor. And that's when, when the happiness of a 2-year-old got woken up by the reality of a 34-year-old at that time. But I've always had a smile in my life. And I know that we can all reinvent ourselves. And I think, and I'm sure of it, that all of you guys are reinventing yourselves in this room as we speak. And the reason why I wanted to come here is, number one, Kiana invited me. Number two, I think that we both share a very important value, which is the value of helping others. And one of the things that I discovered when I went through all this process is that who made me was no longer there. I was a huge workaholic. That was my one driver. I used to always be independent. I've lived and traveled and worked in more than 6 countries. That was me. I was a hard achieving, I would be in a plane all the time. Now I can't even pack a bag without crying because I have anxiety attacks of literally packing a bag. But what I discovered throughout this process is that I had to find, again, what made me happy. And where do you discover a new passion? Like what made me, that the traveling, well, that's gone. The working, the independent woman, that's gone. I'm actually disabled, and I am totally disabled, and I have been disabled for 7 years now. So if all the things that made me happy are no longer there, who am I? Who am I, and what makes me smile, and how can I, I'm older, but I'm not that old. I still have so many years ahead of me. How can I be happy again? And I literally didn't know how to find happiness or how to find a new passion. It's like you go to the supermarket and you buy passion for your life. So I started by just doing volunteering work. And through that, I discovered that my new passion is helping others. So where I'm coming with this is that I think, and the reason why I really admire Kiana, and I think we share that value, is that what moves me now in my life is helping others. And I think that's what Kiana is doing. She is helping her family, obviously, and she's helping all of you guys. And I think that I feel very honored to be here, and I admire not only what Kiana has done, but I admire what all of you guys are doing, because you all are reinventing yourselves, and you all are finding a new passion, and all of you not only are helping yourselves and your family, but I know that with this journey that you're going through, you also have a goal of helping others. And because my passion is to help others, and I know that all of you are helping others, I just wanted to raise a glass of water. Don't get drunk. Don't sip too quick. And congratulate you all in this journey. And thank you all for being here. And obviously, and of course, the queen of Invest Diva, Kiana, you are absolutely amazing. You are changing so many people's lives. Everybody here and me are blessed and so lucky to have you in our lives. So thank you, and cheers to Kiana and to all of you.
So we would actually like to open up the floor to anyone else that would want to share their story to us. Should I choose someone? Come on up.
Hey, I'm Mike Ford again. Hey, I just want to share. I want to share my story from the perspective of the spouse that is going through this experience along with my wife, and it has been transformational. Transformational. I already had a time to talk to Kelly. I didn't know. Thank you for creating an environment where you have women that are like feeling comfortable and safe enough to come in first, start engaging in something. Okay, so we're building something that's hard, that's difficult, and what that does in our household is it makes us do this, bump head. Well, that's us bumping heads. So it makes us bump heads, right? It creates friction. It creates opportunities for us to have conflict in the house, because there are things that, and I call it an opportunity for a reason, right? Because my wife and I were on a growth journey, right? We're not satisfied with being stale, and we're not satisfied just hanging around doing nothing with ourselves. We have a calling for our relationship to be an example of how couples partner together, right? Like if I am committed and I have not a contract with my wife, but I have a covenant with my wife, I want the rest of the world to see what that looks like. No matter what she's doing or what I'm doing, I want the world to see that we are locked arms doing this together. And so, one, I want to encourage the men that aren't. For the women that are here and your husband is not in the room, I just want to encourage you, okay, to keep doing what you're doing and keep looking at your husband like he is the king of the household. Keep doing that. Keep doing that, even though it might feel hard. For the men that are in here, and if you don't have a spouse in here, keep your head up, keep moving the way that you're moving. It's attractive that men that are moving with purpose. That's attractive for women, right? Make sure you're rooted and grounded in some sturdy values that, as you show up in the world, people are looking at you. You create so much success that people can't help but to get around you. That's important. All right. And I just want to encourage, just couples, man, please, like as much as you can, do this thing together. Do it together. Money is cool. It is cool. But you know what's much cooler? When you got someone to share that time with, when you got someone who loves you, who respects you, who values you. So I just want to encourage all of you. That's why I'm here. I'm really here I told Penny before we got here, I just want to be the trophy husband for her. I want to show up, I put on a big show, make people laugh, and let you all know that I'm married to her right there, right? We've been, this month is our 13th year anniversary, 13 years of us being married. And it has been absolutely flawless the entire time. It's been perfect. Seriously, not a single challenge at all. But I'm really excited to watch my wife grow. I'm excited to watch my wife, continue to move and go through walls, literally go through walls. If you knew her before we got married to where she is now, it has been a supernatural transformation that has happened in her. Majority of it has been because of we believe in God. We are Christians, and that has been the foundational thing that has allowed us to come together and just do what we're doing. And then the part that with that confidence, man, is just having her in an environment where it's positive and it's encouraging and it's uplifting. So I just want to say thank you. From my perspective, it's freaking awesome. It's awesome. And I would love to see this room like filled with couples. I love to see that. I love to see the Invest Diva, the $1 Million. I love it to be this whole room filled with couples. Bring all your kids. And over here, we're celebrating the family because that's super. Yeah, that's right. I'd love to see this place filled with couples, man. So just thank you all so much for the time. It's been fantastic. We'll be here again tomorrow. I just want to make sure I'm not. Okay, good. Thank you.
All right, so let's just keep moving on. Who's ready for the awards? So our first award are the Troll Awards. So in the $1 Million Family Accelerator, we have learned that we don't truly make it into the world until you have a troll in your social media account. Tonight, we have 2 accelerators that have earned their Troll Award for obtaining their first troll. Shelly Flores Hernandez. And Anna Workman.
In fact, I would like to share some words to my trolls. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gone viral. So thank you from the bottom of our heart. Would you like to share some words with your trolls?
Yes, thank you to all those haters because you got me here.
Go
no trolls. Yay!
Next up, we have the affiliate awards. So these powerhouse affiliates have logged the most Power Course sales since the inception of the affiliate program. And tonight, we would like to recognize them for their hard work and their commitment on bringing awareness to the Invest Diva movement. Unfortunately, the following affiliates were not able to attend our award ceremony tonight. We would like to recognize them for their dedication to Invest Diva. Our first place award winner goes to Russell Barber. Thank you, Russell. Second place award goes to Yi Long Tan. Our third place award goes to Malou Marceau. No. And our fourth place winner is actually present with us today. We would like to welcome Penelope Ford to the stage.
Share some words.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Actually, let me tell you guys, like Penelope is a powerhouse. I know that her husband here was saying the things she actually is, but this award, can you tell them a little bit about, like, this is one blog that wrote, what, a year ago?
Yeah, it's really kind of crazy. You just really something that really kind of stood out that Kiana talks to us about is that you just want to be the most authentic you. Like, you just want to be you, and you're going to attract people like you. And so that's what I started doing, just kind of sharing who I am and what this has done for me. And people just see that genuinely. And it's good because I just want to help other women learn how to do this. So, yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, it was a blog that she wrote a year ago, and she's numbers, at one point she was number 1, number 2, and like it keeps bringing her to our top affiliates. And she did it. She took action. Good stuff. Let's give it up for Penelope.
All right. So now to start our 100K, 500K, and $1 Million awards. The following group of students have put in the hours and dedication and have had their hard work lead them into one of the Invest Diva's elite clubs. Unfortunately, the following students were not able to attend our live event. We would like to recognize them for their amazing achievement. Into the 100K club, let's welcome Adita Awan, Sufel Barkat, Jamie Clay, Griselda Dakunha. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. And Tina Parsons. Into the 500K club, let's welcome Heather Lynn. And into Invest Diva's most elite club, we would welcome Ed. Ed earned his membership into Invest Diva's $1 Million Club earlier this year after putting in hard work and lots of dedication. At this point in time, Ed wishes to keep his privacy and remain anonymous. But we would still like to congratulate and recognize him for such an amazing achievement. Thank you, Ed, and congratulations. Come on, louder. So now, to celebrate our live award winners, the following people have gained membership into the 100K Club for achieving an over 100,000 portfolio using the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis. Like, give an amazing round of applause and a congratulations to Tristan Craig.
Oh, the shot. Oh,
Wow. Wow, what can I say? It's an absolute honor to receive this award. Thank you very much. So, most of you know my story, but I joined the Power Course around 18 months ago, and obviously meeting Kiana online at the time on TikTok for the first time, and joined the Power Course straight away, and literally it's been life transformational for me. So I just want to thank Kiana very much for changing my life and for everything I've learned and continue to learn every day from the most inspirational person I've ever met. So I am truly honored to receive this award. Obviously my portfolio is growing nicely, but what excites me even more is I have the opportunity every day to work alongside Kiana and the team to help change all of your lives for the better and to help all of our students in all of our courses to reach their goals and their dreams as well. And that's what really motivates and inspires me every day and gets me pumped up, fired up to help change lives as well. So I'm truly grateful for the opportunity, and I'm truly grateful for this award. Thank you very much.
Next member to join the 100K Club is Shabnam Shamlu.
Wow. What can I say about my journey other than I love it, I'm enjoying it. But if I start from the beginning of my journey, first I was very curious. It was exciting. And as I was reading more about it, it became foggy. I had a fear of failing. So I knew Kiana. I trusted her knowledge. So I gave a try to Power Course. And it was simple to invest when I was following Power Course. It wasn't easy. There were some sections in the, I should say, lessons in the Power Course that I had to go through a couple of times because I don't have any finance background. But it was simple if I was following the Power Course and planning my investment. And I should say it was simple to come up with a strategy which was unique to me. And that simplicity made it having flexible investment. It was in my own hand. So there are so many good things that I can say about IDDA approach that we are learning from Kiana. But the most amazing thing was I was ready for up and down of the markets. So it's stress-free investing journey for me. Thank you.
Next into the 100K Club, let's welcome Anna Workman.
So first of all, I want to thank my husband because he has put up with everything that I do when I came to him and said, I am joining Accelerator. I mean, that's a big commitment and a big investment. He was like, okay. But honestly, we really want to thank you, Kiana, because it took 15 years for us to get together. You as a teacher, and me as a student. And I've been looking for you without knowing for that long. I took some courses back in the day, and I even went to a broker. It was I don't even remember the name. It might have been Fidelity, because I wanted to start investing after my first job. And they sat me down, we talked, and they said, all right, it was great talking. They sent me on my way. I'm like, what? Like, they don't want my money? Like, okay, so there I go. Other online classes, and I just felt like it wasn't like for me, like, but I wanted in so bad, like the secret club, right? And I thought it was for the boys only. Like, no, there has to be something. So, but then again, I also thought maybe this is too hard for me. So I thought, I didn't see your book. Yeah, it's Cryptocurrency for Dummies, but I did buy Investing for Dummies. And I read the whole thing, but it's just mainly terms. And I still didn't get it. Like, it was great. Like, they talked about IRAs and just mutual funds, but not like what Kiana teaches. And so then I saw her pretty self on Facebook. I'm like, who is this? Girl, look at her, so cute. What is this? Investing? I'm like, oh, it's like, okay, sure, I'll take your intro. And I had to book a call, or something, not a book a call with you, but with online. And I went through it. And at the time, I was a cheapo people. And I bought only your PowerPoint. That's it, only the PowerPoint. But she's so smart. She only sells half of it. So you only get half the information. So if you want more, you actually have to buy her course. And at the time, it was only $9.97. I mean, still a commitment. But I thought, you know what? You want this. You've been searching for this. Do it. And I didn't. So, I invested, and I'm glad I did. And then later on, a year later, I invested some more. And I'm so happy. So thank you for everything that you do.
Next into the 100K Club is Ken Yardy.
I did not prepare a speech. But before I start, I'm going to say thank you to Kiana, first of all, because she's the reason I'm up here today. I met Kiana, obviously, on the internet around 2018 or so, before she was Invest Diva at this level. So I saw her journey, and I really got to congratulate her for what she's done and giving us the opportunity to be here today. So for my part, my story, most of you know it, but I'm going to tell y'all a little secret that you guys don't know. Tristan. I joined the power course obviously a long time before Tristan. And when Tristan came on one day, and he said, oh, I finished a power course in 3 days. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I got to get back on this. I got to get my bootstrap and let's go. So Tristan actually was another part of the reason why I decided to, you know what? It's time to really get back on track, really follow through the power course. At that time, I only had the power course. Really follow through the power course and make things happen. Because I did not invest. Mind you, it was a small amount of money. And, I'm not really a person that, money, whatever. It doesn't matter to me as much. But if I want to get to my goal, which in my case, it's time. Time is my most precious element because of, the family, the kids. And later on in October, I believe, Kiana did another Zoom meeting, and I was on it, and I asked her a question, and she's like, "Did you follow the last what is it again? The last challenge?" Yes. I'm like, "No, the last one I wasn't there. I did participate 3 times before, but the last one I wasn't there." She's like, "Come to the next one," and I made sure that I took that time. I got on there, and everything she said was just speaking to me. And I said, you know what? I gotta join this family. And so far, the support group that we have, it's amazing. I really appreciate. I thank everybody. Your inputs are great, and I believe, you know what? We have a long way to go. So thank you very much.
Next into the 100K Club is Jacqueline Crowley.
Okay, I never could have done this before I met Kiana. Getting up on stage and speaking is like not easy. It all started for me when one of my sons was mining cryptocurrency in his college dorm room. And and I was like, oh, cryptocurrency. I need to buy this book, Cryptocurrency for Dummies. So I bought that book, and one thing led to another. And before I knew it, I was taking Kiana's power course. And at that point, I considered myself, I was starting to have knowledge about investing. And when you go through the beginning, the initial like analyzing your risk tolerance, I was like, wow, this is more impressive than anything I had ever done before with working with major investing firms and banks and just interviewing different people. So I took the power course, I joined the accelerators, and ever since then, I've developed the confidence to make knowledgeable decisions about investing. And one of the biggest gifts for me has been sharing it with my family and friends. It's just been amazing having so many new conversations with my 4 adult children about what's going on in the world, because we're doing the IDDA analysis that Kiana taught us. And it's just been phenomenal, and I can't wait to see where we go. I mean, in my office, I have pictures of jet airlines and private jets, and something that says $10 million by the year 2027. I mean, I've got my vision board, and I actually think we can do this. So thank you, Kiana. Thank you.
All right. So, the following person has gained membership into the 500K Club for achieving an over 500,000 portfolio using the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis. Let's all give an amazing round of applause and a congratulations to Tanya Rydat.
This is really exciting.
Who wants that?
Yeah, seriously. All right, so I think most of you know my journey as well. Let me hold this still while I'm talking. But, you know, I joined in May of 2021, which it's just incredible. That's incredible. It's incredible to me to think that a year ago, I had no idea how to invest. And I remember when I first joined, one of my first tasks was to post a 3-year goal into the Facebook group and to think big. So I thought big, and I was like, okay,
I said, in May of 2024, I will have 100K. I will be 100K diva. And I'll never forget, I was sitting on the couch looking at my Facebook, and Kiana responded. And she said, what would it take for you to do this in 6 months? And I was like, what? And I said to my husband, I was like, this is what Kiana just, first I had to fangirl out just a little bit because Kiana responded to my post. But then I looked at my husband and I said, this isn't what Kiana just said. How could I do this in 6 months? And he's like, yeah, you can never do that. And I was like, wait, what? So 2 weeks later, it just so happened that May was what is now the Start Building Your Wealth Challenge. So I signed up for that. And then I was offered a spot in the accelerator group. So I did that. And I just kept doing all the things. I did the Zen Wealth Generator through and through and through. You know, I invested in myself first and foremost. And then I did the side hustles, other sources of income. And then I invested in my assets and compounded and just kept repeating. So, you know, it's just been such a journey. And I am so grateful that I was able to fire my financial advisor after resistance. Oh, he pushed back, trust me. And I was able to take control back of my financial future, my IRAs. And it's just been so freeing. And, you know, it was still during COVID where I think I lost a little bit of confidence. I lost a little bit of clarity, certainly some connection. And I gained all of that and so much more with my accelerator family. So I'm just so grateful to Kiana. I'm so grateful to the Invest Diva team and my $1 Million family for everything that you have given me and helped me to become the very best version of myself. Thank you so much.
Wow, we have one more. Oh, okay, one more thing. Yep. So this one is a surprise too. So we all wouldn't be here without you making your first million. So we want to hand you your award. And so everyone can see that it's possible and you can manifest it. You can take a picture with it, put it on your wall, put it on your vision board, because this is where you should be next year, holding this award right where Kiana is. You guys, the reason why we're doing this award, obviously, is to celebrate wins, because celebrating your wins is the only way that you can move forward, even if it's small wins. Every win is a win. That's why we celebrate you when you make your first $1. That's why we celebrate you when you get a troll. That's why we celebrate every single step, because they matter. Without the first step, you cannot take the second step. It is impossible. You have to take the first step. And the second reason why we wanted to live stream this award ceremony, to do it in front of all of you, was to show you what's possible. Because for me, $1 million 3 years ago was something that was unattainable. I had never seen a millionaire. I didn't know what a millionaire looks like. I didn't know how they acted. I didn't know what would it feel to have $1 million. And for me, breaking that barrier that, oh my gosh, somebody else that is like an actual human like me is walking in shoes that is like me, and is like in a dress that is like me, and is like not that much different than me, is getting an award for achieving $1 million. And then immediately it became possible to me. So for those of you who are sitting here in this amazing room, for those of you who are watching, the reason why I want you to soak this in and understand that if all of our amazing 100K club members did it, if our 500K club members did it, if Ed did it, if I did it, then so can you. So can who? So can everybody else just say me. Yes, let's go. Thank you so much, everyone.
Congratulations. So excited for you. And we obviously, all right, now I have to thank my team because this is such a dream. How many guys have been having so much fun in the past, it's not the past 2 days, it feels like a week, but it's been only a day, but it's been amazing. I've been having so much fun, and I wanted to, all right, let's bring on Arlene over here. This girl, you guys, alongside with Tristan over there, made this happen. And is it okay if we let the cat out of the bag? Yes? And she did all of this 5 months pregnant. So thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Invest Diva teams. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Jackie from home. Each and every one of you have been contributing to the lives that we're seeing changing right here. And I also wanted to congratulate you, each and every one of you who came. Some of you have been on the road for 24 hours with the flights delayed, but you made it. You did it. You showed up for yourself because you believed in yourself. And I want you to know that I believe in you. I literally believe in each and every single one of you. Like even the baby over there. I really do. That if you get your head set to doing something, you are going to be able to do it. So let's raise one last toast to our amazing, amazing $1 million family accelerators who showed up for themselves, who invested in themselves and are making it happen. And I cannot wait to celebrate your $1 million award next ceremony. Let's go.